Have you ever seen a 5-1 like that before? That was that I have no words. I literally have no words. What's going on, people? Welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. What a fucking win. What a fucking win, lads. What a fucking win. Counter-attacking masterclass. Clinical display from the Magpies. What a performance. I'm coming, Steve. Yeah. Guys, get yourself on the fan reaction show. 100%. I already got Lewis in the building. Oh man, Lewis, talk to me, man. Talk to me. What did you think? What did you think of that today? That was one of the strangest 5-1s ever, because for a lot of the time they actually had possession and whatnot, but it was one of the most bizarre 5-1s I've ever seen, because it was so self-inflicted.
Yeah, like
West Ham shot themselves in the foot. They should be piss worried about getting relegated.
I think West Ham are going to go down, unfortunately,
because of this.
Yeah, because obviously
stuff like this.
I've seen the fixtures that are coming up. They got Arsenal.
They're in trouble.
They literally got the tough run. Obviously, that's the home form. But I still can't believe, like, winning 5-1. Like we could have remember we could have been 1-0 down in the space of 2 minutes. Yeah.
The game started out. The game started out like they had the first good opportunity, but then who was the first goal? It wasn't the Joelinton. It was Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Aye.
And you see your celebration.
Yeah.
The Macarena.
Hey, talk to me about Callum Wilson, because I'm real happy about him, because
they get 2
he
goals.
He was on a bit of a bad run of form.
Yeah, like
those 2 goals that help him. You do him the world of good, right?
Yeah, like obviously I go to every home game, and obviously people don't really like him when he comes on and we go, oh, for God's sake. And then he scores, you go, all right, I need he's come on and scored the goal. But today, the start, get 2 goals. And it's like, you go, my God, it's like, it's hard to explain the win 5-1. I'm just shocked.
Ross, with an interesting comment here, that was the worst we had played in ages. Howe didn't even look happy at the end, stunned at the scoreline. And you know what? That's why after defeats, you have like no words to say.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I don't know what to, I have no words for what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those games. I've never seen a team do that to themselves. I've never seen, and we weren't that great. But we were clinical and we scored 5 goals.
I thought,
it's a funny game, football.
Yeah, because when Isaac scored, I thought their goalkeeper handballed it at first.
Right.
I thought, oh my God, Isaac scored a good goal and is going to get this out for a handball. But thank God it was not, because you got to admit that's a good goal as well. It's hard to explain. The win 5-1, you go like, if it's 4-1, you go, right, we played good. But can you explain it and that? When we win 5-1, you go, I can't explain what the hell's happened.
I know, and the thing is that we haven't had one of these. I think the last time we even scored 4+ goals was what?
Arsenal.
No, that we scored 4 this year was Brentford or Fulham or Villa at home.
I think it might
one of those games.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since we've scored 4.
Mm-hmm.
We also got Phil in the building. What's going on,
Phil?
man?
Hi guys, how you doing?
Fine.
I'm fantastic. We played like shit, but we scored 5.
And you said we couldn't score goals.
And like for you, at least you got the afternoon. You still got the evening to enjoy yourself.
I don't know,
like
Phil.
5
Talk
a.m.
to
here.
me. Talk to me.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Have you ever
Yeah, you're
seen a
right.
game like
I'm
that
going to come
before?
back in 2 minutes. I'm just going to go into my laptop.
No
do it.
worries. No worries, man. Talk to me, Phil.
Perfect result. I agree. The performance wasn't great, but who cares? We can finally finish now. But
Yeah.
I think the fact that we won an away game after that big performance against Man United it's telling, because obviously the next two are Villa and Brentford. They're tough.
That's four
So we
straight
needed it.
wins now. That's four
Yeah.
straight wins. We're
needed
chugging along
I
at the right
said-
time of the season.
Yeah, I said like at the start of this month, if we beat United, we're getting top four in the Discord, and people were saying it's too soon. No, we're getting top four.
I
We're
said
gonna be
that
playing Champions League
when we beat Spurs, which is hilarious because I thought that Spurs were a little bit more respectable than they were in October. I said in October, I'm like, top four is ours. There's a video on the channel of me saying I've got 10 reasons why, and it was looking sketchy for a lot of of the time. But back to the game, I'm not even. We've had good performances this year, but the thing today is that we were clinical and that we showed some goals. We scored some goals. Sorry.
Yeah,
I mean,
but also we showed character, because when we did concede that goal, we didn't panic. We didn't like do what we might have done in the past, which is like let them get back into it 2-2. We were like, nope, let's be clinical, let's go back. And then Wilson, I thought was great. I thought probably the best player, along with Joelinton, definitely.
Exactly. Ross, we didn't even get out of third gear. By the end, I actually felt sorry for Moise. You're right. We were very clinical. Performance wasn't great. We played amazing. Now, the thing that was amazing tonight was the clinical edge.
Yeah.
The clinical edge of Joelinton, who's not a guy who's known for scoring goals, but the composure on the finish. I think, I don't know. What are we underrated? No, I don't know.
I think.
What do you make of Rob's comment?
The performance was good. I just think if you compare the two performances, the back-to-back, Man United and this, I would say the Man United performance was better. But this one, we were just more clinical, because we should have scored. Like, how many chances did we waste in that game? That could have easily been 5-0 then.
Hang on, I can. Hang on 1 second. I can tell you how many shots we had on target in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we
had a lot.
We had 8 shots on target, 15 shots in
Nice.
total.
And we scored
Compared
5.
to West Ham. West Ham had 7 shots, 2 on target.
Unbelievable.
I'm just looking at the table now, and it's beautiful to see us 10 points ahead of Jurgen Klopp. That's it's so good. I need to drink the tears of that man.
And
I need to see him in the Conference
our
League.
goal difference is amazing. Our goal difference is plus 26.
Really? Oh,
We scored 46 goals this season, conceded 20. Our goal difference plus 26.
Let's pull up the Premier League table, ladies and gentlemen. I mean,
and just soak this in, lads, and let's just soak this in.
I can't believe it. Oh my god.
I mean, guys,
I love that table.
last year, we had Steve Bruce in charge, and now we're sitting third. How on God's earth? I mean, the I don't know. Talk to me, people. I literally have no words. Make sure you're smashing the likes, people, all that good stuff. StreamYard link is in the comments. Yeah. Please get your input in on this. But I don't know. In terms of performances, like on an individual level, who are you guys most impressed with?
Today's game. Yeah, Joelinton.
Yeah, I would say Joelinton, Jacob Murphy were probably the two. Like, Jacob Murphy has impressed me so much. So I've never like bought into it, but like this season, particularly like the last month and a half, when he's gotten more opportunities, he's actually impressed me, which is good. And I think it speaks to Eddie's quality as a manager that he's getting these players that all of us have had doubts before playing probably the best they've ever played. So that's the thing. And then imagine getting backed in the summer with getting like high quality play. Ooh, I want all this stuff. Oh.
And I obviously I don't like Joelinton, but I like him, if that makes sense. But I gotta give him credit today. Like West Ham stopped the was offside, but he carried on and scored the goal, and he was onside.
That linesman is shameless. How do you miss that? You're right in front of it. It's like this is
because
why
it was such a good run from Joelinton, and it was also how poor West Ham were. Oh, the pass from Shaw was absolutely it was stunning. It was stunning.
Oh, you probably didn't get the because I watched on Sky Sports because I'm from the UK, and because the Masters is on starting tomorrow. He said like Shaw's pass was a shank of a pass. In golf, you shank the ball, don't you?
Mm.
Aye.
Obviously, Wilson was good.
Yes. Both our strikers on the scoreboard. That's my other big takeaway. Both our strikers on the scoreboard. So now Eddie, and also the triple sub that we made. I don't know about you guys. I feel comfortable with either of those front three. Yeah. So we technically have depth in striker, left wing, right wing. And we could even put Joelinton left wing if we wanted.
Yeah. And it's good for the rest of the season, but I think it's still, like in this summer, I would say the areas we need to improve on the most are depth in midfield and then maybe like a first team player on one of the wings, because I still think it's probably the only weak part. But like today, they were, as you said, the substitutions, they got it right. And I thought just, even like some of the players who I thought had quiet games still did good, like Sean Longstaff, pretty quiet, but still, like, it's better than, nothing. And then Kieran Trippier as well, just being the leader that he is. And the funny stat, I saw a stat. So Darwin Núñez, 64 million Darwin Núñez in the Premier League has 8 goals and 3 assists. Callum Wilson has 10 goals and 3 assists. So
Isak is catching up to him as well. I believe he's on 7 goals now.
Yeah.
In 12.
I guess I would say, the summer, I would try and get another striker as well.
Aye.
Because then, I would say, if we do get a striker in the summer, why not have a game or a couple of games with Wilson and Isak up front? Because you imagine that them two up front. Because Isak could hold it up, pass it to Wilson. Wilson can score.
Yeah.
It's just one hell of up front.
Yeah, I think they complement each other. Like, the best parts of Isak are stuff that Wilson doesn't have. But then on the other hand, Wilson obviously has some stuff that Isak doesn't have. But yeah, I think you're right. Get a striker in the summer, but maybe someone who can play center and maybe like right wing. Because I think that's probably the area. Yeah. Especially since to know the links to like what Diaby. Sounds like that's where we might be focusing on.
Absolutely.
Like a striker who can play a striker and midfield. That might help us as well.
Yeah.
I'm watching the replay of the 4th goal. What on earth? What? I mean, and it all starts. It all starts from Anthony Gordon coming all the way down to win the ball, and then progressing it upfield, and then just we put in a ball up there, and then West Ham literally give us a goal. Isak just is easy tapping.
Like, I mean, who's surprised? I'm surprised the West Ham goalkeeper didn't handball it to save the goal. Get sent off, so be it.
Yeah, but I think by then it's like 3-1. Is it worth it to like get banned for like 3 matches, especially because they're in the relegation fight? So
has he already had a red card this season?
Łukasz Fabianski? I'm not sure.
I don't think so. I think
no, because remember Nick Pope got sent off. He got a 1-match ban. He would get a 1-match ban. Like what? Like what are you watching on TNT? I guess. Were you watching the game on TNT?
No, I'm watching in the US. It's on
Fox.
USA.
Peacock. Yeah.
It's on channel called USA. Peacock has other ones. I'm also in the building. What's going on, man?
I was going to put it on, but I didn't know where I was going. I couldn't know what that was for.
What's going on, Tom? How you doing, brother? Talk to me. One of the.
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, go for it, brother.
Okay. Well, I said the Man United game was a statement win, and
Yes.
I wanted us to follow it up. Have a good game. I did not expect 5. I really didn't expect 5 at all. I was like maybe 2-0, and it was 2-0 after 12 minutes, but did not.
I thought we were gonna draw for some weird reason.
Yeah, it kind of maybe felt like
Wow,
that when they got their goal, but like West Ham, they could go down.
They're terrible.
Could really go down.
I hope they do. We can get Bryce on the cheap.
Well, I mean, they play Leicester on the final day, so if Leicester go down, we can get Maddison.
Hopefully they both go down. Just get a double sweep of us.
Imagine winner takes all. Winner stays up, loser goes down in that game.
It wouldn't surprise me. Just look how close everything is. Like, title race is close, top 4 race is close, relegation. It's insane.
And,
what do you guys? No, go. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Yeah. Go on, Steve. Go on.
I was just gonna ask all you guys. When do you? What was the moment of the game? What was the moment that won us the game? Because I have mine. I know exactly when.
The third goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So close after the first half. Yeah. Like the second half started, we just straight away just got that.
But then West Ham did kind of push even after we scored 3. But once Fabianski made that mistake for Isak, fourth goal, it was game over. And then it could have been 6-7. It really could.
Yeah.
He could have done that against Man United, but oh well. So hopefully, we can carry on the form. I'm a bit more confident now against Brentford. That game I felt like we could draw. But, I have a good feeling. Hopefully, it works out. So we'll see.
Yeah, I was checking out Brentford when they played Man United today. They battled against Man United. They were in stretches. They were a little bit better than them, but the fact is that we can stop Brentford. It's going to be a very, very tough game on Saturday, but we do have a good record away to what's it called? We do have a good record away to Brentford, so I'm feeling very good about it.
We have a very good record in London. We beat Fulham easily. We drew with Arsenal. We beat Spurs. Today we beat West Ham. I don't know who else. We drew against Palace. So we're practically unbeaten, I think, in London. I think it's only
we haven't lost in London. I heard the stat on the commentary. We haven't lost in London this season.
Yeah, I think it's only Chelsea away at the end of the season.
And they have Fat Frank in charge.
I know. Like I was trying to say, because we play Brentford on Saturday, Newcastle's not going back to Newcastle with Justine in London.
Yeah.
That's why
it makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised if we have asked Watford if we could use their training facilities. Because which Premier League club will let us use their facilities at the minute?
Right.
None of them want to see us get top 4.
Or maybe we use Joelinton at left foot.
Who's got chickens?
Not me.
Sorry.
It's fine. What the hell's going on?
Well, I'm in the Philippines, so I'm used to it. That's why.
It's fine.
It's like 5 in the morning. The sun's about to come out.
What time do you have to get up? What time do you have to get up?
I woke up an hour early, and then the game was at 3 in the morning. So hopefully it's a good watch.
Good morning for you.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're you're 12 hours ahead of me then. Because
basically
it's 5:17 right now in the U.S. So you're 12 hours ahead. Damn, bro, that's crazy. Some comments here. Some comments I want to read. We're playing awesome when the opposition home fans leave 10 minutes early. West Ham were awful, but that was greatly due to NUFC's high pressing, high energy, fitness. We look the fittest team in the league. Yeah, exactly. Because it's a midweek performance as well, coming off of Sunday. Absolutely. I'd take a point at Brentford. Villa away will be massive. You know what? But based off today,
points.
Villa, I think Villa could beat us. I have a feeling.
Yeah, I'd take 3 points off Brentford and a point off Villa.
Yeah.
I think considering who we are competing with for these top 4 spots, I don't really. The only team I'm taking seriously is Brighton. Only team I'm
taking them seriously. The only one I'm taking seriously is Spurs, and I think we'll end that top 4 race when we beat them at St. James.
The only thing Spurs have going for them though is Harry Kane.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, but to be fair, he's still doing it.
Right,
like
right.
honestly,
I think like yesterday, Harry Kane should have been sent off.
Whatever.
Because he basically went down so soft. He basically pushed the player over, kicked the ball. Surely, is that not a reg? Is that not 2 yellow cards events in 1?
No, but he's a special treatment for Harry Kane.
England captain. Well, we can't complain because Shearer kicked the player on the floor and he got away with it.
Oh man.
I think win one of our next 2 away games, and then we beat Spurs. I think that's when I believe we get top 4. Beat either Brentford or Villa and beat Spurs at home. That's top 4. I feel.
And like I have said this: if Newcastle do get Champions League football, I'm buying all the tops twice. Because I began to on.
Imagine Jacob Murphy at the Bernabeu.
No, like Newcastle
Jamal
against Barcelona and Inter Milan or AC, but at the San Siro.
Who would we? Just question: who's like the one team in Europe you desperately want us to play in the Champions League next season?
I would say you know how Liverpool have Real Madrid as their sort of Spanish team. Barcelona is like that for us. I feel. So I would love Barcelona.
Yeah,
that would be.
I'm trying to go.
To be honest, I don't mind. It would be. I don't care if we lose all 6 group games. I would just enjoy it. Like, it would just feel so nice. Like,
No. We ain't trying to lose all 6 group games. Look, Benfica, who we played in preseason, where are they right now in the Champions League? The quarterfinal stage. Did anyone have that?
Nope.
Did anyone see that coming?
They could get to the final.
Yeah, they
exactly. They're really, really good. So, to be honest, this whole notion that
this relates to here, wouldn't it?
They can't know.
Imagine Jamal
with Jacob Murphy and strong stuff
against Paris Saint-Germain. No, seriously, guys, I think European football is absolutely in the bag. I think that's absolutely in the bag, and I would be happy with any European football.
Even the Mickey Mouse, the European Cup, the Conference League.
Even if it's Conference League, I think we're favorites for it. We'd be favorites for it, and that would be a trophy in the bag. So that could be. So,
well, we wouldn't be like Spurs who'd get knocked out in the group. I know that, sure.
Yes. No, 100%.
Or do nothing against Milan in 120 minutes.
Right. Yeah, we could probably. Yeah, exactly. So.
Oh, that was awful football.
Anyway, anything else, guys, that you want to talk about tonight? About tonight's game?
I think the response since the Carabao Cup final has been really good.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we had Man City after that, which, you know, Man City away is the hardest game any team can play. But since then, 4 wins in a row in different type of circumstances. You know, Wolves at home, you know, we were 1-1, but then we scored. And then Forest, we went behind. First time we won a game after conceding first. That's never happened. And then Man United, you know, it was the big team win. And then this one today, you know, just outclass West Ham, you know, for most of the game. So, you know, the response has been very good. And I hope, you know, maybe the cup final loss, hopefully we, you know, rejuvenize our team and hopefully we can push on for top 4 because, you know, that can be sort of like the second goal, you know. I would have loved to have won the Carabao Cup, but, you know, top 4 would be just as good.
Like, if let's say, for example, if we do get top 4, you imagine if we have that state shining Champions League team, Imagine the quality of players we can bring in.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We attracted Bruno Guimaraes or bottom of the table. Just imagine the caliber of player we could possibly attract with championship football to offer.
But also, like the money from the Champions League, like I've already seen that we've got like 3 different budgets planned for the summer. Yeah. It depends on where we finish, and if we finish in the Champions League, the money will be a lot.
Ridiculous. But can you see Bruno's Cruyff turn against Pressure?
Don't the two of them have a bet? Like whoever wins that fixture buys the other dinner or something. So Bruno's going to feast whenever they meet.
Mikel Antonio and Callum Wilson also. Those guys are buddies. They probably had a bet or something too. Yeah.
I think Callum Wilson hates West Ham because he's got 12 goals in 13 games against them.
Yeah, he's got some personal vendetta against them. Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah, I think what I don't know your name.
Money.
What you said about like how we've come back from the Carabao Cup final, it would have been like so easy because around that time was when we had our bad form. To just drop off, be like, we lost the cup final, we're on a bad run, but no, we've actually been better. We've gotten better now. We're 3rd, and like. We got a game in hand on Spurs. We got like 2 games in hand on like some of these teams. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
And remember, it's going to be awkward. Where the hell are we going to fit Brighton in if they keep on in the FA Cup?
I think it's more likely going to be after Arsenal at home or after Leeds away. I think it'll be midweek after one of those games. That's what I'm thinking. From FPL point of view, I think that's where they'll schedule the game. So we could have back-to-back home games, Brighton and Leicester. I think midweek against Brighton could be the game. Second to last game could push us. We'll see.
And FOP mob, other football apps that are available. They give it to Joelinton.
Yeah, I think Joelinton, amazing performance. I also think Callum Wilson's been very good.
Yeah.
Apart from the 2 goals, he's was pressing and build up.
Yeah, I think our press was like you could see just like obviously our pressing was what caused 2 of the goals, the mistakes for West Ham, and that's what I think has been the most impressive about this team. Especially like against Man United, like consistently we were pressing them, and they just kept being pushed back. They couldn't even breathe, and like we're going to need that for obviously these upcoming games. Like as you said before, if we beat Brentford, we draw to Villa, and then we beat Spurs, I think top 4's done.
Yeah, I think beat Spurs at home. I think that's the game that could kick Spurs out of top 4. But if they beat us, that can change their season.
They'll be out of it by then, I think.
I think like us.
I mean they have Bournemouth at home. Surely they win that.
Yeah. Vincent N with an interesting comment. Big Joe will be our player of the season. I swear every time he starts, he's our standout player for the last 5+ games. Although Wilson edged it for Man of Match Day. Who is everyone's player of the season so far up to this point?
Sven Botman.
Yeah, Boft. Yeah.
I think because, this guy was just linked to all these big European clubs. We thought we were going to get him. We didn't. And we thought he was going to go to AC Milan. We get him.
Yeah.
And you look at all these centre-backs, everyone's trying to find the centre-back to be their leader in the back to, rejuvenate the defence. And we got him. And he's been, I don't think people, just Premier League fans, are talking about how good he's been. I think he easily should be in the team of the season because he's been that good. And, give him in the future another partner with him. I see him captaining us. I see him probably lifting our first league title, honestly.
I wouldn't be I think in the next 3 years, I could see us winning the Premier League.
I think so, the same. I think obviously all the other rival fans will think about each other, Arsenal, Man City. Obviously they'll compete against each other, but a lot of people don't really talk about us too much, which is probably a good thing because we're kind of under the radar.
Exactly. Move in silence. Just do our just take care of business.
And look how good Arsenal have been this season. Like had some of the draws we had this season been wins for us, we not saying we'll be in the title race, but like performances and results have been very good for us.
Like for example, Crystal Palace at home and the goal got disallowed. It's not a foul. Literally, it's not a foul.
Or the extra time at Anfield that we're not allowed to talk about apparently. But like, I think I wouldn't say 3 years. I'd say like 5.
You right, Andy?
Oh, guys, you all right?
I think it depends on if we get Champions
League. All happy. That's a good thing. All happy.
5-1.
Andy, talk to me. Talk to me about. Talk to me.
2 seconds. I'm going to turn my telly down so I can hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good, man. Oh, oi, Paul. Go on, Andy.
I'm telling you now, Man City drop points and we beat Brentford, we're in the title race.
Like 8 points, 11 points, something like that.
What? Do you think so, Andy?
Why not?
Nah.
Because Arsenal are ahead of them?
Actually, I just want to know.
Think we're gonna. No, what I'm saying is we're in the title race. I'm not saying we're going to win the title. We're in the title race.
11.
I get what. So you're saying like if that happens, we're like it should be us with like Arsenal and City.
It could be us and Man City for pushing Arsenal.
Second, yeah.
We're 19 points behind them.
Yes, but we're only 9 points behind Man City.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That leaves 6 points. If we beat Brentford and Man City drop points in the next 2 games, 6 points off second is the title race. It's sorry, that's the wrong word for it. It's pushing for top of the league. Sorry, it's
yeah. Right.
I'll take back what I said. Sounds a bit stupid. Sorry, guys, but I'm getting a bit excited. Sorry, I can't remember the last time we beat Man United and then went 5-1. I mean, let's be honest. I'm 37. I'm just enjoying it.
I think the reason why you said title race is because you're 3 years ahead. Because in 3 years we'll be in a title race and win it. So you're already preparing for the title celebrations.
Thing is, though, the pressure on everyone's talking about Man City and Arsenal. Everyone, no one's mentioned us. I remember watching the Liverpool-Chelsea game yesterday, and the one about the top 4 in Liverpool and Chelsea, and they were saying, well, they're going to push Tottenham for top 4. But hang on, Tottenham aren't even in top 4 position. Why are you talking about Tottenham? Well, it's us that's in the top 4 position, not Tottenham. Let's put some respect on Newcastle's name, please.
Right. And the thing is, is we've seen this in the past with West Ham and Leicester, both back-to-back seasons pushing for top 4, and both teams didn't get top 4. If you get top 4 with, if I'm going to be honest, a relatively shit squad, just to put it lightly, that would be a huge achievement for us to get top 4.
We're making huge strides. We're making huge strides in our first full season with Eddie Howe in charge, and our first full season with the new ownership. So things are looking on the up. Definitely. So,
like if West Ham go down, there'll be one player out, one off West Ham.
Declan Rice.
Yeah,
I think
if we could take him off the big 6 teams, that would be like a statement signing. I've heard he's linked to Arsenal and Liverpool. If we could come in, put a big bid and say, come to
or Caicedo's linked with Arsenal, we could snatch that. I mean, the world is our oyster if we get
Steve.
champion. Yeah.
Who would you take, Savic or Rice?
Milinkovic-Savic.
Thank you. I would as well.
It just adds more goals, assists, build-up play, transition. I like Declan Rice, a good player, but would be slightly overpriced compared to Milinkovic-Savic, and I think Milinkovic-Savic would add a bit more. But Andy and Tendedum, I haven't gotten your takes on our opponents today. What the hell happened with them?
Can I just say good night to me, missus, a second? 2 seconds. Sorry, guys.
You're good. You're good, Andy.
I think
I've got the camera off behind.
today.
She's not wanting to give us a kiss on camera. I mean, terrible.
I just think no.
West Ham were,
Just
considering they were playing at home, I thought they were very, very soft.
Yes.
it felt like
Especially the first half. Did well to get back into it, don't get us wrong, but that was only because we got comfortable in the game. As soon as we realised that the game needed another gear, we got a little bit fortunate, let's be honest. When I say fortunate, it's only because Murphy's press was brilliant.
Yeah.
And hats off to Wilson. He's give the credit to Murphy in the press conference afterwards to say, you know, I've scored 2, but the second one's down to Jacob Murphy, really, let's be honest. But I think that was the message that Eddie's given them at the break. The only reason that the game's still in West Ham's possibilities is because you've taken your foot off the gas. As soon as we put the foot back on the gas, we're back in the game and we dominate.
100%.
And Bruno, honestly, Bruno Grimares, he's got to be up there. How he's not got 5 in-phone cards on FIFA, I've got no idea.
The fact that we got Bruno Guimaraes when we were near the bottom of the league.
Straight up bottom.
When we're not going
That says a lot about his character, I think.
The guy's an enigma. If we do not have him in this side, we're not the same side.
No.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
I think
Absolutely
he's our player of the season. Just because of that, I feel. I think
And that's when I want to pull up Vincent's comment again. Andy, who's your player of the year?
I'll be honest, I'll probably go with Vincent. You know me, I'm a big advocate of Joelinton. It's the balance that he offers to the side. When he's playing, you can either move him to the left, you can move him up front, you can move him in another position in midfield, you can move him on the right, you can ask him to just sit. And if you need to bring a player off the bench and take somebody off and change the game, he can change the game. How he's not in the Brazil squad, I've got to scratch my head.
Right.
Yes, he just flatters the deceive at times when he's trying to fire balls when they're coming at him at 20 mile an hour. Yes, we know he's not a striker. He's not an out-and-out striker. But as a player that gives you possession of the football and boss games, I don't think there's many better in the Premier League.
100%.
I think the physicality that Joelinton possesses is almost a lot better than almost a lot of our other players. So, you know, adding that physical attribute that he has, he's able to win balls and win games and hopefully maybe breaks the record for the most yellow cards.
Yeah. You look at the likes of Fabinho and everything this season, he's miles above them.
Yeah.
Fabinho, Rodrigo, he's miles ahead of them.
I think Joelinton, imagine next season him, Bruno, and Maddison in a midfield 3. Like how good that would be.
Yeah, you've got that guy that's got the key to the doors, Maddison. Yes, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, and I think he unlocks so much of our attacking play, and but that's like the one part I think all of us agree is like the one part that's left in this team is defensively we're the best team in the league. No one comes close. Midfield we're really good, but I think that like Venom in attack and Maddison unlocks that, and another winger maybe.
I'll tell you, I'd like to give a little bit of credit if I could, Steve, and I have been I've been critical at times on video as well, and
Same here. I know that.
Jacob Murphy, mate. Yes, there's times when he gets in important positions and you'd like him to just slot the ball away or whatever, but there's nothing that you can fault in that guy's endeavour to get the ball back. Tactically, he's aware. He knows where to be. He's been sent out on loan twice since he came here, since he was 22-year-old, and that can really kill a young player confidence-wise. You know, being sent out on 2 loans, normally you come back and you're expecting to be moved on. He's got his head down and he's coming in. I wouldn't say he's a key player, but he's a key squad player.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 2 questions here that I want y'all to answer for me. Everyone's man of the match?
Callum Wilson, but
Callum Wilson.
anyone deserves it, basically. But I think Wilson, just for how he was today.
I'm taking Joelinton personally, but yeah, Wilson.
Yeah.
Go on.
I can't pick between Joelinton and Callum Wilson. It's hard to pick.
Actually, also, Fabian shares ball for the second goal for the first goal for Joelinton.
So good.
I'm going to go with you. Going to go Joelinton, but I'm going to mention one thing to Steve. Steve, where did Saint-Maximin's assist come from?
The right. Like we always talk about, Andy. We always talk about it.
Always does more numbers on the right-hand side of the pitch.
The cross
Now
was
that's
pinpoint.
back-to-back games that he got an assist, so hopefully the time on Saturday.
100%. So I'm going Joelinton. Who else hasn't given? Phil, who's your man of the match?
Callum Wilson. I just think it's more because Joelinton obviously consistently this season has been brilliant, and I think Callum, we've had questions over like his performances. We wanted him sometimes to be on the bench and have Isaac start, but like this time he was great, and we're gonna need him for like the rest of the season because obviously I don't think we can always play Isaac, and then sometimes we're gonna need to play Wilson. So he showed up, and I think it was good.
You can't disagree with the shouts for Bruno as well. I'm with the shouts for Bruno. I mean, some of the quality that he showed in that game was just, he's on another level.
Even Botman, like some of the tackles and blocks he's made, especially early on when West Ham were pushing early on, literally any player today was good. Obviously, we'll critic Nick Pope for the corner, but he's been all right this game, and so is Dan Burn, even though he hadn't had his best game. But
I think this was probably Dan Burn's not his greatest game, but who cares? He's been great this season.
And it was great to see Target come on for a few minutes. Hopefully that brings up more minutes for him. We'll see in the Brentford game.
It might turn out to be that our hardest challenge in the summer is keeping a hold of the players that we've got rather than adding.
Could be, yeah.
I don't suspect that it should be massively difficult because obviously the finances that's available and the fact that we're on an upward trajectory. But some certain players' heads can be turned at times. Bruno, I don't worry about.
I think getting Champions League football, kind of massively helps in keeping players.
I think like getting Champions League football for a lot of these players is going like, what these owners are doing, this project is working and it's going so far because I don't think any of us predicted top 4 this season. I thought we were going to finish like 8th.
I said 7th.
Yeah, same. Yeah. I thought we would be the best of the West, the top 6 being the usual, but I did not expect 3rd with like 10 games to go.
At the same time, though, like I said, in October, I saw plenty of signs from other sides like Liverpool, Chelsea, and Spurs, where I'm like, these are all extremely weak and vulnerable, and they've got much more faults in their side than we have. So I was like, you know what?
Did anybody see the game yesterday?
No,
the Spurs game.
Chelsea and Liverpool. You saw more quality in 5 minutes in our game. What you seen the whole game yesterday, in my opinion.
And the reverse fixture at Anfield when oh my god,
I should have just slept. I don't know why I would.
I think like those two are probably the two worst games of the season.
Steve,
I mean, there's a reason why I asked him. Yeah, go on, bro. Go on, Lewis.
Because obviously in the UK, Andy, you can agree with we get Match of the Day, we get all the highlights for the Premier League games. How do you watch all the other Premier League games, like the highlights, without going to YouTube?
Just use some websites, illegal.
YouTube.
Yeah.
By the way, Paul's in the building too. Welcome, Paul, to the show. Give me your
back, buddy. Good to see you back.
Give me your thoughts. Yeah, absolutely. Give me your thoughts, Paul.
Fantastic game. I think we're really, really strong on the transition. Whenever we win the ball if you split the pitch into thirds, and obviously in the middle, we're so direct. It's unreal. And I heard you talk about Jacob Murphy. I totally agree. I think he has been really good. He is the shit house. There's no other way to put it. Man United game is going on about the time, and he's one of us. And I'm listening to everyone what they're saying about Joelinton and Bruno, but it has to come down to the manager. His work effort. It's clearly it's coming out with the players. He's there 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock every day. He's proactive. You can imagine what type of manager he is. He's one of them where he's on the pitch. As a coach as well, he wants the best for the players. And I just think with the younger ones especially, it's rubbing on them because you get to see the benefit of the older ones as well as the younger ones as well, which is fantastic.
It's the standard he's setting, isn't it, in training? You can tell.
Yeah. I
was saying this to me, mate. I was saying watching. I was saying you can tell that he's screaming at them in training, going, go, 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 because that's all they do.
I can imagine the two of them. I can imagine the two of them, not more so Eddie, but I can imagine the other one who's more. You can tell on the sideline, they'll react off his voice.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to see from players. They want to react off the coaches. So 5-1 against the London team, which has always been a bit of a joke for Newcastle, to get a good result down there. It's outstanding. And they kept saying they were the best defensive team and that. They were saying we haven't been great of late, but now it's coming. The form's coming back again, and it's come back at the right time. And he rotated the players really well and clever today as well. If I'm being honest,
100%.
It backs up Eddie's point that he said in his press conference. The amount of times that he's had Isaac and Wilson available this season has been limited. And when they have been available, look at our form. When he's able to bring one striker off and bring a striker on that's also a goal threat, we can change a game. If we've got an attacking midfielder with it, like a Gordon or a Miggy off the bench with an Isaac or a Wilson, we can change a game. And we've never really had that before the World Cup.
To be fair, Paul, you do look like...
That's probably where. No wonder why Eddie Howe banned him.
You imagine if you had Miggy today as well, it could be even more.
How many Premier League teams or just teams around Europe in general can go away from home 5-1 without their top goal scorer in the league and get 5 like it's nothing? That is something. Especially now when
Newcastle's got a great spine.
Yeah,
I think Newcastle's got a great spine of the team. You know, for the future, Bruno in the middle, bopping at the back, eyes in attack, and that's a bit of a song cliche, but
you're going to win the Premier League.
That's your spine. That's your spine, though, isn't it?
And that's what a spine is.
Team have one.
Yeah.
It's the philosophy, isn't it? It doesn't matter the player; it's the philosophy.
Oh, definitely. But you've got to have it. Every great team. We all love football in the Premiership, but every great team have had a great spine. So your Man United, you had someone like Yapstam or Keane or Van Nistelrooy. Arsenal, you had someone like Adams or Vieira and Omri up front.
Terry Henry.
We do have a spine.
Yeah, we do. We've got Botman, Bruno, and Isaac, and Wilson, and you're bang on, mate.
And that's the thing about a spine, because if you think about a spine is the middle. Like the fullbacks, the fullbacks aren't part of the spine necessarily. It's all about the guys if you build a strong spine through the middle, a strong center back, strong midfield, and a striker, that means that the other guys on the wings, on the left, center, mid, right, fullback here, fullback there, they are crucial to the team, obviously, but yeah.
Steve, I think the issue is it's been proven many a time that Keegan proved it. You can be brilliant going forward, but if you can't defend, you're not going to win a Premier League. You might entertain every single person in the Premier League. There might be everybody's second team. You have to build from the back, and that's the first thing we did when we got Botman and we got Trippier. We built the foundations, and then we've went and getting Bruno, then we've went and getting Isaac. Then I think next in the summer it'll be adding to that in drips and drabs. Obviously, we're going to need squad players as well because we are going to be playing Europe. So we're going to be playing Carling Cup, FA Cup. You know, we're going to have a hell of a lot of games. But I think it's a case of you build a house from the bottom, you build a team from the bottom. It might be brilliant watching. You know, I remember the Keegan days; it was fantastic to watch and everything. But the Liverpool game, you look back at it, and you just think, you hold out in that game, you win the league.
Yeah,
but you can't defend, so you don't.
Yeah.
One thing, Sir Bobby, we've been looking down so proud on us tonight.
Aye.
Can't wait. Like, I think it would be so, because the last time we won the league title was in 1926. So I think it'd be very poetic in 2026 is when we look at it again 100 years later. I'm not going to be happy if we win it earlier, but if we actually do win in 2026, I think it's a bit, bit special.
That's when I think the stars will align for a Premier League title or a trophy of some sort. I definitely that would make sense. Yeah.
Next season,
25-26 season will be so nice, wouldn't it?
We just want to hope Haaland gets bird flu or something and stays out for 6 months. For Man City.
Or if he goes to Real Madrid. But the problem is, I've always heard people say, "Oh, Haaland is going to go off." They said the same about Kun Aguero at Man City, and look how long he stayed there. So I don't know. We'll see. But to be honest, I'm at the point where I'm not worried about everyone else. I'm not worried about everyone else because
especially
we have.
They should be worried about us.
I'm not worried about anyone because what we're building. I'm only concerned about myself and Newcastle. I think we're strong enough to take on anyone because we've got a great owner. We've got a team that's just getting, like Andy said, upward trajectory. I think we'll be sound, So I'm not really fussed.
At the end of the season, if we get top 4, I don't want to hear any of these rival fans try and make excuses, be like, oh, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, all what crap, and that's why you got. It's like, no, we earned top 4 if we get it. So I don't want to hear any of that because I know they're going to say that about us.
They're saying the same thing about Arsenal. That Arsenal.
It's like Steve was responding to somebody on Twitter the other day, calling we're the second coming of Burnley or something. Can you remember that one the other day on your Twitter? It's someone calling we're a financed Burnley or something. You're like, really? Have you actually watched Newcastle play football this season?
And if you watch Burnley this year, and if people watch Burnley this year under company, they ain't playing. They're playing well.
Unfortunately, they couldn't beat the saint-maximin bastards.
Ooh. Yeah, they couldn't. Yeah.
No, but luckily
they took points off them.
No, they couldn't beat them.
Aye.
Now all we need is Sheffield United to steal Middlesbrough's promotion push. Come on, Sheffield United.
As I said, if we do win it in 25-26, win on the last day of the season against the Magpies at home.
Will they even be in the Premier League?
No, they'll probably be in League 2 by then. And they'll somehow try and say that they're bigger than us. We'll win the title. They'll be like, oh, we're bigger than you.
We carry the Northeast.
It'd be interesting to hear what David Moyes. I'll be honest. It'd be interesting to hear what David Moyes says because, as far as I'm concerned, he seemed a little bit of annoyed with a few decisions, but he cannot blame decisions for the result.
He has to blame his players.
Four of those goals were self-inflicted by them.
Yeah,
4 of them.
Yeah. The offside, Lee was shouting, he's miles offside now. You haven't seen the run yet because the camera angle on Sky Sports only showed you Joelinton running through. And it just seemed one of them when you were like, is he offside? And then when you seen it, you're like, he's not offside there. He's not.
Nah, I didn't think he was offside.
I didn't think it was as wide as it would be, but when you're thinking, yeah, we've got a chance here.
As it took for a long time to do it, it was like the John Joe Shelby one against Sheffield United.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just play on and put the ball in the net. Yeah, bang on.
The rules are play to the whistle, and I gotta admit that referee was so soft on West Ham. A couple of challenges on our player.
Emerson should have probably been sent off. But
they played Abraham there on his comment.
Yeah, Ibrahim. Fair play, lads. You absolutely destroyed us, and you deserve all 3 points. Hope you guys get UCL and then Spurs United. I mean, yeah, for West Ham, I'd be very worried, and I'd probably if I was in charge of West Ham, I'd probably sack Moyes after tonight because I think if you look how tight it is,
they're only above the relegation zone because of goal difference now.
Yeah,
and like listen to this, Chelsea are in 10th. I had a look before our game. Chelsea in 10th. 10th place. Just the 10th. They're just in the top half. Just
madness.
And the amount of players that's going to be leaving that club in the summer is going to be poor.
They've got
it's going to be like a Tesco's reduced aisle with the yellow stickers on.
But as I said, if you look at 10th place, you can still get relegated. It's that tight.
Yeah, it's.
But look
Do you know what? We've missed the season where you do not want to be in it.
No, they're 11.
Jesus.
They've got a bit of a cushion there, though, haven't they? They've got 9-point cushion. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So
everyone below them is in trouble.
Nottingham Forest. How much have they spent?
The final day, 5-6 teams.
They've spent.
No one relegated.
West Ham's well in this, well in it.
Yes.
I think everyone apart from I think Palace will survive. I think Leeds at home.
I think Wolves will.
We play Leeds at their ground. I don't know why. I have a feeling that can be a game they can get up to, but who knows? But
it's just nice to not worry about any of this crap going on down there. It's really nice.
And we get to enjoy
look how much I have to scroll up.
Let's hope Leicester go down and we get Maddison on the cheap.
Yeah.
By
10 million from.
By the
because
way,
he'll have a relegation
release
close.
Oh, by the way, all them teams that are down there, your Nottingham Forest, your Leicesters, your Evertons, how much money they spent, and then we get slagged because we're getting new owners. We spend wisely, and look where it sounds quite arrogant saying it when you're a Newcastle fan, you go Newcastle fan, but look where we are. We've bought wisely, and all them teams down there have changed managers and fair play to the board.
Everton have spent
with Eddie Howe
600 million.
Everton have spent in the past 5 years
more than us.
We gave Everton 45 million and they didn't spend it.
Yeah, like Everton has spent what 600-700 million in the past 7 or 8 years. Forest and West Ham spent 180 million this summer. But apparently we're the bad guys.
Frankly, I read something up until 18 months ago. Everton had spent more on transfers than Man United had.
And Liverpool.
In the last 5-6 years. They spent
maybe even Spurs.
I was having a conversation with Steve a while ago. They've got about 20 players where they spent more than 25 million each on them. And none of them, I mean, obviously a couple of players have been, how do we call it?
Not
allowed to play for legal reasons. So yeah,
good words.
But you've got to look at the owner. You've got to look at the owner and go, well. People go, well, it's a manager and the recruitment, and no, you're signing the checks. You're the one that's going to take the hit. And they've turned around and said that Everton would not survive if they get relegated. They cannot financially function if they get relegated.
Oh,
so
yeah,
this is going to be a huge season.
They're done if they go down. They're done.
Just as when we play Arsenal at home, that's been changed. That's been changed to the Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday kickoff.
Only reason is for the UK and for the Commonwealth, it's a bank holiday on the Saturday because obviously it's the King's coronation.
Ah, okay.
Well, I'm at my best man's little lad's birthday party at 2:30, so I'll be on my phone on us at 3:00 on Saturday.
The game's a Sunday now. The game's a Sunday.
Is it Sunday?
Yeah, they moved
it. Arsenal.
Yeah, they moved it to Sunday.
Because the King's coronation.
I've literally just checked the fixture list and it said Saturday.
Yeah, let me show you.
I'm checking FOP Mob, and that says Sunday.
Saturday against we got Saturday. Brentford.
I'm on about the Brentford game. Yeah, I'm on about the Brentford game. Sorry.
Oh, Brentford. Oh, yes.
May 7th, which is a Sunday. 11:30 kickoff. Yeah.
If we can end the title hopes, that would be pretty fun.
I think the game
That's
against
a half
Arsenal,
kickoff for me.
the game against Arsenal, if we beat them, I think City edge it. But if they beat us, I think that's the game Arsenal have to believe to win.
I hope we take it off them because I just want to see Mikel Arteta in tears. So
I kind of do too, not gonna lie.
Same, but
I don't want City. I don't want City to win the league. I want Arsenal to win the league.
We just give them
be something different to win the league.
But I think out of the remaining games at home, I think Arsenal are the only team that can lose at our ground because that's how good they've been this season.
Right.
This is the thing, isn't it? I honestly don't fear any team in the Premier League at home. If we've got a full squad available, I honestly think we can beat anybody at home. Away from home, Brentford's going to be tough. Brentford are going to be a tough game. I think the only team to beat them away this season is Arsenal. No.
Yep.
Yeah, Arsenal. Yeah. So, they're in a similar position to us.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts, people, before I wrap this all up? Phil, we'll start with you, bro.
Thanks for having me on, and just great game, great result. We're going to get top 4, and I can hear can you see that? Can you hear the tears of Jurgen Klopp? Where is he?
Champion, nice champion.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Lewis, final thoughts, brother.
Let's hope we just get Champions League football and I can hear that music already. Just but at least for some people, at least you got the night to enjoy yourself. At least you got the all to did enjoy the win.
Absolutely. Paul, go for it.
Obviously, big, massive 3 games, one of them down. Well done to Eddie. He's picked the right selection.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's doing the right thing, rotating the players. 10 out of 10 for me, for him, for selection. Yes. Roll on the next game.
Facts. Andy, my guy, go for it.
Let's back it up with another positive performance against Brentford. I'd honestly, people might shoot us down for this, I'd honestly take a point away from home against them. As long as we show that we're still playing well, and honestly, look out Europe.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Seriously. Go for it. 10.
Well, I hope to see you guys in London on the 1st of June next year when we're playing Real Madrid in the final. But yeah, today or this morning has been very good.
Yeah.
Hopefully Brentford away win that. Villa is going to be tough, but it's 2 informed teams. Hopefully we'll win that. If we win 2 of our next 3 games, including the Spurs at home, I think that's top 4 for us, I feel. But we shall see.
Fair enough. My closing thoughts. I'm just gonna sit back and I told everyone in October we're gonna get top 4 and whatnot, and also I said that Eddie Howe would. I said at the beginning of the year that he'd win us a cup. We did get to a cup final, so I'm just here to tell everyone I told you so.
So what you're saying is you were wrong. We didn't win a cup.
Yeah, I was wrong about, but the top 4 I was spot on in October.
It's time yet, mate. This time yet. We've got to have that game by game attitude.
Aye, exactly. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for coming on. Phil, Lewis.
That's.
Take care, everybody. Nice to see some faces
Andy,
back as well.
See you all again, lads.
Away the lads.
Night,
what a win.
Come on.
5-1. Hammering of West Ham. How poetic. See you guys later. Peace.
Yeah.
Make sure to hit the like. Away the lads.